Welcome to Amateur Radio with WACPT. Captain Don here. Okay, my radio, which is an HT, it's a TYT UV 390 Plus with GPS. I'm checking the antenna. It came loose on the last pass. And it's got OpenGE 77 firmware on it. I'm setting it up for Tevel 3 at 46 degrees. That's what the screen looks like. Let me zoom in on it. It tracks the Doppler, and then somebody, I don't know if you're not in here yet, but if you do watch this replay, that's the antenna I'm pointing at the satellites. So we got 12 seconds. This one's gonna rise. So you're not gonna see me because I'm aiming it at the satellite. Once it gets overhead, I'll be in the view here, but main thing is I want the sound on this so I can write down the QSOs later. Not sure how this Tevel 3 is working. Sometimes they work really good and sometimes they don't work that great, but we'll see. I don't think you could see this one either. And hello, I see you have 2 viewers. Got the radio going here. This is the antenna I'm using. 2 meter, 70 centimeter Yagi. Pointing it right at the satellite. I can't see it, but I looked it up ahead of time to see where it's going by at. So, should hear something here shortly. 4 degrees. I see it on my meter, so it's got to pop up above the horizon a little bit. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. Not quite hearing anything yet. Give it a minute here. I should hear it. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. Not quite getting it.
Papa Whiskey, Echo November 74.
Kilo Echo 8, Romeo Papa Whiskey, Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82, QSL mark. Kilo Echo 8, Romeo Papa Whiskey, Whiskey 8, Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82, QSL mark. Well, it popped in for a minute there. I'm ham radio. I'm shooting my signal up to a satellite up in space, and it's bouncing off an FM repeater and making contacts with other hams all over the U.S. Kilo 9 Yankee, again.
Whiskey Zulu 9 Yankee. Echo November 64.
Whiskey Zulu 9 Yankee, Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82, QSL.
Hey, hello again. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango 73.
All right, hello again, 73. It took me a while to find it.
Yeah, I was trying Tevel 2, but it's operating, and then this one is, I guess, so.
Yeah, 3 minutes after this, Tevel 5 or something's going to be going too. Kilo Echo 8, Romeo Papa Whiskey, Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. You there, Mark?
W8 CPT and 2 FYA.
And 2 FYA, W8 CPT. Good evening, John.
I got you a lot better on this one than on the ISS. I did call you a couple times. I know you called me.
Yeah, my antenna came loose from the radio. I think that was my problem on that one.
No problem, no problem. Well, we're going to lose the satellite shortly here. So if we're getting in there, have a good evening. We'll catch you later.
Whiskey 8, Charlie Papa Tango. This is Kilo Quebec 4, Juliet, November Whiskey.
Kilo Quebec 4, Juliet, November Whiskey, Whiskey 8, Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82, QSL.
Well, I'm in EM 64.
Okay, we're about to lose the satellite here. We'll catch you later. W8 CPT and 2 FYA. Catch you later, buddy. Kilo Quebec 4, Juliet November Whiskey. I think it was Whiskey Zulu 9 Yankee. Echo November 64.
Yeah, I can't remember the call sign. You still out there? All right, yeah, it's 70 centimeter, 2 meter Yagi. We got 3 minutes, and then there's another pass of a different Tevel satellite, Tevel 5, I think it is. So let me set up for that one. It's a 60-degree pass. It's a little bit higher. We got 5 minutes. Probably still got this other one. Maybe not. No, I'm gonna have to wait. It's 5 minutes for the next one. So if anybody's got any questions, go ahead and ask the questions. I'm gonna read the chat now. I'm using the TYT UV390 Plus with GPS, and I have OpenGD 77 firmware on it. It actually tracks the Doppler, so all I got to do is point the antenna and key up and talk. I'm gonna have a smoke since we got 5 minutes in between. Bad habit. Don't do it if you didn't do it. Yeah, it's doing it automatically because OpenGD 77, if you search that on Google, you can put it on a TYT UV390, a Retevis RT3S. These are all HTs, and a Bofang DM1701, and then for mobiles, there's a Retevis 90 or something like that, and then there's the TYT MD9600. So it's custom firmware, yep. So yeah, it works pretty well. This is only a 10 watt radio. I've done it with a 5 watt RT3S. It works just as well. I got to keep an eye on when the next one starts. We got 3 minutes and 32 seconds. So still got a good 3 minutes yet. But yeah, that satellite you can't see. So I use the ISS detector app, and I kind of map it out ahead of time where it's going to rise, where it's at straight overhead, and then where it's going to set. Didn't catch that one until almost half past, so it was really weird. On the Tevels usually aren't too bad. I think it's Tevel 5 that's starting in 3 minutes. Might want to give it a shot. There was only, let's see, me, N2FYA, I can't remember the other guy's call sign, and then I think it was a woman at the end there. So there's only like 4 or 5 of us on there. The ISS is the one that's crazy. If when the ISS goes over at night, it's a lot less crazy. So my suggestion is try it at night. I think the latest pass now is like 11:30 in Michigan at least, and it's starting at about 3 or 4. Yeah, it's crazy, but you can get in there. It's better if you got an antenna to point at it, because verticals have a hard time getting in. 2 minutes yet for this other Tevel to start. I'm checking it because I don't want to miss it. Yeah, I just did the ISS. I was doing a POTA park today, and I thought I was gonna do terrible because it was 4 p.m., like 4:06. I actually made 7 QSOs, so I added them to my POTA. That was pretty neat. Just waiting. I didn't really want to start a whole nother live when they were only 3 minutes apart. We got 1 minute and 30 seconds yet. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you can't just call out blindly when I say this, but I hardly ever hear myself back on the ISS. I got a Kenwood TS2000, and I should hear myself back. I hardly ever hear myself back, but I'm still making it. So as long as you're hearing people, try to answer them, because chances are they're going to hear you even though you're not hearing it back. But don't be that guy that calls out every 10 seconds, because if he's not hearing anybody, his signal's still getting out and just walking all over everybody making QSOs. But chances are, if you're hearing somebody call out, go ahead and try to answer them. You're not always going to hear yourself back if you got full duplex. You will when it's right overhead. Okay, we got 35 seconds. I got to set the phone down. But, all right, we're going to see how we do on this one. I think it's Tevel 5. I'm actually resting my arm on my truck, so you're just going to hear it and see the radio for a little bit. This antenna gets a little heavy, but I'm building up muscles for it. So it's rising right now. Just popped over the horizon. I've got a lot of buildings and stuff out in the distance, so I won't catch it right away, but and I can't see the chat right now, so after this pass, if you got any more questions, I'll look at the chat. What I'm doing with this antenna is I'm pointing it at it, and I'm turning it back and forth. That changes the polarization, and sometimes that really helps a lot. I heard it a little bit there. get it a little bit better here in a minute. Kilo Quebec 4, Juliet November Whiskey, Whiskey 8, Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82, QSL. Whiskey 8, Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. Switch hands here. Gets heavy. It's at 21 degrees. I should be hearing it better soon here.
4.
Whiskey 8, Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82.
Great, I got you. Great QSL. Thank you.
4, Sierra Delta Romeo, Kilo Echo 9. Echo Mike 74. Whiskey 4, Sierra Delta Romeo, Echo Mike 74. Whiskey 4, Sierra Delta Romeo, Echo Mike 74. Whiskey 4, Sierra Delta Romeo, Kilo Echo 9, Alpha Kilo India, Echo November 54, QSL. Kilo Echo 9. Copy N2 FYA. N2 FYA, QSL, thank you. Have a good evening. Could I get you grid square? Echo November 54 today. QSL Echo November 54. We'll catch you later. Take care. Kilo Echo 9 AKI, W4 SDR, Echo Mike 74. W4 SDR, KE9 AKI, Echo November 54, QSL. QSL W4 SDR, Echo Mike 74.
Whiskey 8, Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82.
Whiskey 8, Whiskey 8.
Whiskey 8, Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82.
QSL, Echo Mike 74. W8, CBT, KE9. Sierra Delta Romeo, Echo. Charlie Papa Tango, November 2, Fox Yankee America.
N2 FYA, W8CPT. Gotcha, John.
Okay, QSL, have a good evening over there. Take care, have a good Monday. N2 FYA, W4 SDR. Yeah, Whiskey 4 SDR, N2 FYA, good evening. Nice talking to you again. 4 SDR, Echo Mike 74. W8 CPT. Kilo Echo 9, Alpha Kilo India, Echo November 54, QSL.
Kilo Echo 9, Alpha Kilo India, QSL for W8CPT, Echo November 82.
Whiskey 8.
Go ahead for Whiskey 8.
Whiskey 4, Sierra Delta Romeo, Echo Mike 74.
Whiskey 4, Sierra Delta Romeo, Whiskey 8, Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82, QSL.
USL, Whiskey 4, Sierra Delta Romeo. Whiskey 4, Sierra Delta Romeo, Whiskey 09 Yankee, Echo November 64. Echo November. Whiskey 09 Yankee, Echo November 64. Whiskey 09 Yankee, Kilo Echo. Sierra Delta Romeo.
Kilo Echo 9, Alpha Juliet India. This is Kilo KNW Echo Mike 64.
9Y. Kilo Echo 9, Alpha Kilo India. Echo November 54, QSL. QSL. QSL KKN.
Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. Alright, that's it. Did pretty good on that one. I'll look at the chat here in a second. Alright, so let me go back to the chat a little bit here. Let me get in the truck. Mosquitoes are killing my legs. Alright. Oh, hey, were you on that, Eric? I thought maybe I heard you say Echo November 54, but I didn't think I was hearing your call sign. Oh, I got a cramp. Alright, so... Oh, you're driving? Okay. Alright, I heard somebody say Echo November 54. I thought maybe it was you, but... Ugh. So, yeah, that was a pretty good pass. Man, I just noticed, though, those Tevels, you got to be right on with this antenna. If you move just a little bit, it seems like you miss it. Oh, you're in 64 now. Okay. I think I asked you, but I don't remember seeing the answer. Were you on the water one time up there on Lake Michigan? Because the grid square you gave me the one time, it showed the whole grid square was on the lake. There was probably an island I couldn't see or something. Were you on an island or something? EN65, yeah. Were you on the water or were you on an island or what? And if you're driving, don't type. Marionette. Okay, so you were actually on the coast probably. It was weird. The grid square showed nothing but water, I thought, but I could have been looking at it wrong. That was pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to do any more passes or if there's even any Tevels coming up. I know PO 101 is supposed to be active right now too, but I didn't look to see when that one's coming by. I got myself kind of on a day shift schedule for the last couple days, which I normally don't do. And I'm getting kind of tired, so... So I think I'm probably done for tonight. I did POTA. I don't know if you've seen on my YouTube, Eric, but I did a POTA park today. I made like 33 contacts on 20 meter, and then one pass to the ISS I made 7. So I got 40 at the POTA park. It's kind of cool. Vans are still kind of weak on HF though. Usually I have major pileups, man, and I was having a hard time pulling people out. And I think I said kilo about 6 times instead of US. But, all right. I don't think there's any more questions. I think you guys were chatting while I was working the bird. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Drive safe, Eric. And thanks, everybody, for watching. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. And I'll try to bring you some more interesting stuff. I'm actually setting up a repeater at my house, so maybe I'll do a video on that if it gets successfully set up. I'm sure it will. It just might take me a while. But anyway, 73, everyone, and I'll catch you again.